Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're time traveling back to the Mesozoic era to uncover one of the greatest survival stories of all time. We often picture dinosaurs roaming lush, tropical jungles, right? But the world they lived in for over 150 million years was anything but stable. It was a roller coaster of climate change, from scorching heat to icy spells. So, how did these incredible creatures not just survive, but thrive through it all? Let's dig in. Our story begins in the Triassic period, over 230 million years ago. The planet was a very different place. Most of the land was clumped together in one massive supercontinent called Pangaea. Imagine a world with no separate continents like we have today. This setup created extreme climates. The coastal areas were battered by massive monsoons, while the vast interior was an arid, sweltering desert. Early dinosaurs, like Herrerasaurus, were relatively small and nimble. This wasn't a disadvantage. It was a brilliant adaptation. Being smaller meant they needed less food and water, a huge plus in a harsh, resource-scarce environment. They were generalists, not picky eaters, which allowed them to take advantage of whatever food sources they could find, from small reptiles to insects. Their bipedal stance, walking on two legs, also gave them an edge, allowing them to cover large distances efficiently in their search for the next meal or a water source. They were the ultimate opportunists, perfectly built for a tough world. As we move into the Jurassic period, Pangaea begins to break apart. This was a game changer. As continents drifted, new oceans and seas formed between them. This introduced more moisture into the atmosphere, transforming those vast deserts into lush rainforests and fern-filled plains. The world became a much greener, wetter, and more stable place. And with this abundance of vegetation, dinosaurs exploded in size. This is the age of giants. Think of the long-necked sauropods like Brachiosaurus and Diplodocus. Their massive size was a direct adaptation to this new world. With endless forests of tall conifers and ferns, being big meant you could reach the highest, most nutritious leaves that smaller herbivores couldn't. Their long necks were like built-in cherry pickers. Their digestive systems also evolved to be incredibly efficient fermentation vats, capable of breaking down tough plant material and extracting every last nutrient. For these giants, size wasn't just for show. It was their key to dominating this green paradise. But the Jurassic wasn't just for plant eaters. With giant herbivores came giant carnivores. Predators like Allosaurus also grew larger to take down this super-sized prey. They developed powerful legs for chasing, strong jaws filled with serrated steak knife teeth for slicing through flesh, and sharp claws for gripping. It was an evolutionary arms race, with both predator and prey constantly adapting to outsmart the other. Meanwhile, other dinosaurs were specializing. Stegosaurus, with its iconic backplates, wasn't just using them for defense. Scientists now believe these plates were filled with blood vessels and could have acted like natural radiators, helping Stegosaurus regulate its body temperature, absorbing heat when it was cool, and shedding it when it was hot. This was a fantastic adaptation for living in a world with fluctuating daily temperatures. Now, let's journey into the final chapter of the dinosaurs' reign, the Cretaceous period. The continents continued to drift apart, looking more like the world we know today. This led to even more diverse climates. While some areas were warm and tropical, others experienced distinct seasons, including cooler temperatures. Some polar regions, believe it or not, may have even experienced snowfall and periods of darkness. Did dinosaurs just migrate away? Not all of them. Fossil evidence from places like Alaska and Australia shows that some dinosaurs were year-round polar residents. How did they do it? Take Liaelinosaura, a small bird-like dinosaur from Australia. It had unusually large eye sockets, suggesting it had excellent vision adapted for low-light conditions, perfect for surviving long, dark polar winters. Some paleontologists also believe many dinosaurs, especially the smaller feathered ones, were warm-blooded, or at least had a higher metabolism than modern reptiles. This would have allowed them to generate their own body heat and stay active in the cold. Feathers, which we now know were common among many theropod dinosaurs, would have provided excellent insulation, just like the down feathers on a modern bird. So, Instead of being cold-blooded layabouts, many dinosaurs were active, adaptable creatures capable of conquering even the chilliest parts of the planet. Another amazing adaptation during the Cretaceous was the evolution of nesting and social behavior. Fossil discoveries of large nesting grounds, like those of the duck-billed Maiasaura, whose name means good mother lizard, show that these dinosaurs were far from absent parents. They laid their eggs in colonies, and evidence suggests they cared for their young, bringing them food until they were old enough to fend for themselves. This social structure and parental care would have been a huge advantage. It protected the vulnerable young from predators and ensured that more offspring survived to adulthood. By working together, these dinosaurs increased their chances of survival in a world filled with danger. This cooperative behavior shows a level of social complexity we're only just beginning to understand. But as we all know, this incredible story of adaptation came to a dramatic end 66 million years ago. A massive asteroid, estimated to be 6 miles wide, slammed into the Earth near modern-day Mexico. The impact triggered a global cataclysm. It sent a cloud of dust and debris into the atmosphere, blocking out the sun for months, maybe even years. This led to a catastrophic impact winter. Photosynthesis stopped, plants died, and the entire food web collapsed. The large, specialized dinosaurs that had been so successful, like the giant sauropods and T-Rex, were the hardest hit. Their massive food requirements meant they were the first to starve in this desolate post-impact world. Their size, once their greatest asset, became their fatal flaw. But the story of dinosaur adaptation doesn't end there, because one group of dinosaurs did survive. They were small, feathered, and had spent millions of years adapting to a wide range of environments. We're talking about the ancestors of modern birds. Their small size meant they needed less food. Their beaks were adapted to eat seeds and insects, resources that were still available after the collapse of the plant-based food chain. And their ability to fly allowed them to travel vast distances to find food and escape the worst of the environmental devastation. So, every time you see a pigeon in the city or a sparrow in your backyard, you are looking at a living, breathing dinosaur. They are the ultimate survivors, a direct legacy of 150 million years of incredible adaptation. The dinosaur's story isn't just one of extinction. It's a profound tale of resilience, innovation, and the enduring power of life to adapt to a changing world. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through time. It's truly mind-blowing to think about how these animals conquered their world. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss our next adventure. Let me know in the comments which dinosaur adaptation you find most fascinating. Until next time, stay curious.